So I thought I was buying my dream property. 45 acres with ATV trails, nice little house, a private pond, 1 mile of river frontage, just the dream property. That's what I thought I was getting. But then I found out really it was a nightmare in a hellhole. But guess what? The nightmare is over. And I'm going to tell you just how much of a hellhole that place was.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
Make sure to visit CycleCruza.com and click on the menu tab My Videos, and those are a bunch of playlists with all of my videos categorized in them to make it easier for you to navigate through.
I'm extremely grateful the nightmare is over and I'm far away from that hellhole, which I thought was my dream property. But first off, for those of you guys who want to stay safe, ride your motorcycle out there on the streets, make sure you get an airbag vest. I never leave home without it. This helps protect your spine, your vital organs, helps stabilize your neck. I have a link to it in the description and comment section of this video, along with my other gear, such as my ultra lightweight carbon fiber helmet with auto tint shield, my motovlog camera, Sadichi jacket, shorty gloves, all my gear. I always have links in the description and comment section of my video. First off, for those of you that haven't been following this story on my channel, I saw this property, 45 acres that had ATV trails, it had a private pond, it had 1 mile of river frontage, and a nice little house and some other buildings on the property. And I immediately called, as soon as it came on the MLS, I called the seller's agent. I asked her to show me the property. She wouldn't show me the property. She said she didn't have a key. Only the owner can show it. That should have been a red flag right there. And he couldn't show it till the weekend. But she said I can go walk on the property. So I walked on the property. I thought it was really cool, man. Really picturesque. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. The ATV trails look really good. I was like, wow, dude, I got to jump on this because the market is so hot right now. I know people are going to put bids on it. So I immediately put an offer on it. And the seller's agent told me that I can make my offer more attractive by leaving out a professional inspection. Now that should have been another red flag right there. But there was another person that was interested in the property, another couple, supposedly, which I think it was a setup and BS. Supposedly they're also a cash buyer because I was going to pay full cash for it. And so they put an offer in at the same time, supposedly, and she told me, like I said, put no professional inspection, you'll have the edge, which is poor advice. But I did that, and they called me and they said you won. And she said the other couple, they were distraught about it. And congratulations, you're gonna buy an absolutely amazing property. I'm like, I thought I was so happy, man. And I did share the video with you guys talking about my dream come true and all that BS. And then when I actually go see the property, the owner tells me all that's involved with the property. He took me in the house. I'm smelling mold. It's moldy smelling in the basement, musty stank. And then I come to find out the pond has got algae on it that you have to treat it every week. You got to get on this little boat with this backpack and a 12-volt battery, and you have to spray the entire pond. You have to do that like every week to keep that algae from proliferating. And by the way, the pond is also the drinking water for the house. And they do have a filter system in the basement, but is that really adequate to remove algae? And I just got educated on how dangerous algae is. There's this stuff called blue-green algae, which is quite common here in Ohio in lakes and ponds. Even in Lake Erie, they shut down Toledo's drinking water system a few years back because they had a lot of blue-green algae, and it cost them $5,000 to $6,000 a day to help clean that drinking water up, guys. And mind you, this little system in the basement of this house is not going to do what the system in Toledo can do. So some bad stuff is probably getting through to the drinking water. I don't know for sure, guys. I haven't tested it, but I'm just my opinion. But blue-green algae, just to tell you how dangerous it is, it has a neurotoxin in it that's produced from cyanobacteria. And if you get this stuff, if you drink it, even if you breathe it or you get it on your skin, it could set you up for a real effed up day. It's responsible for killing pets every year. A lot of pets, it kills people. There was a guy whose dog went into a pond swimming, and he came out with all this blue-green algae on it, and he tried to clean the dog, and the dog shook itself, and a little piece got in, just a little chunk got on the guy's eye. His dog ended up dying, and his eye started to turn yellow and crust over, and it went to his liver, and I believe half of his body went numb, and he went into the hospital like in intensive care, and it took him 2 years of rehab to recover, and he's not the same anymore, just from that little blob of blue-green algae, guys. And also, they've done studies on people that just live near ponds or lakes that have blue-green algae, and they have a higher chance of getting ALS, which is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, where your body pretty much loses weakness and pretty much shuts down, but your mind's still aware and alert, and your body is pretty much dies. So, I mean, this blue-green algae is no joke. Now, mind you, not all algae is bad, but it's like I said, blue-green algae is very common. Sometimes you can't even see it. It's in the water, and you don't see it all the time. So it could have been in that pond, guys. And mind you, that, like I said, that pond water was a drinking water for the house. I'm telling you, if the owner called me right now and offered me to take the property for free, I wouldn't even take it for free. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even take it if he paid me $300,000. I wouldn't take the property. I feel sorry for whoever buys that. But anyways, they left a few things out of the disclosure statement, which I told them I went off of before making that offer, because they tried to say I bought the place as is, and that covers everything. But no, that disclosure statement is very important, and will hold up in court if they decide to take me to court. They should have included, because that pond water was the water for the house and the drinking water for the house, that it did have algae in it. And they didn't do that. And they also didn't include that it had the garage had woodpecker damage, and that there was buried storage tanks on the property as well. I really shouldn't have given them a dime. I offered them $1,000 of my earnest money. I gave them $3,000. The real estate agent to hold. I offered to give $1,000 of that to get me out of the contract, which I feel really sick that I did that. I shouldn't have given a dime, because they didn't have a leg to stand on, because they didn't disclose those items. But anyways, it's neither here nor there now. But they did, at first, they refused to sign first on the mutual release. And I said, I'm not signing first, because last time I signed first, they tried to leave out timber and mineral rights that I signed, and they didn't sign, and I had to make them sign it days later. So they were pulling all kinds of tricks, guys. But they finally signed the mutual release the next day. And so I'm out of this contract, guys. I'm done with that hellhole property. It's over with, man. But I tell you that I needed to lose that $1,000 though, because I learned some hard lessons, guys. It's going to stick with me for life, and I hope it helps you guys too. In my opinion, if you're looking for rural property, stay away from property that even has any type of standing water on it, whether it be a pond or even a river, lake, or anything. Stay away from that, man. And by the way, I forgot to tell you guys that the river that this property was near floods the property every spring when the snow melts. And that river brings a bunch of junk into the pond. So it's all kinds of messed up with that property. So like I said, guys, and then he tried to dump all his junk and all the storage places on me too, you know. I was a straight fool, man. But now I know, guys. Now I know. First off, I didn't stick to my guns, because I don't like basements. I used to work at a paint company back in the day, and at a headquarters at a paint company, and I used to work in the technical department, and we used to get complaints all day about water problems and mold and crap in basements. And I said, I never want a basement. My house here does not have a basement. And you have problems with a basement. Not always. Some people, have decent basements, But sometimes when they finish their basements, you know, put up paneling and whatever in the basements and fix it up, a lot of times crap is lurking behind that paneling. So really, and also you get more radon gas naturally occurring in basements. It's really best to stay away from basements, in my opinion. And like I said, stay away from ponds and rivers and lakes. Ocean is okay, but and then the ocean, you got to worry about hurricanes and stuff. That's another issue. But yeah, I learned a serious lesson with this, guys, that so right now I'm kind of chill on looking for some places. I'm still looking for another property though, and if something comes up, it has to be really spectacular, and I'm not going to go crazy like I did this time and do a, you know, erratic and make bad decisions and jump into a contract. You know, it's just stupid, absolutely dumb. Like, that'll never happen again, dude. But I had been sleeping good the past couple weeks, you know, and I blame it on sleep deprivation on making these really bad choices. Which now I'm sleeping good though. I'm out of this crap hole of a contract and away from that property. So I'm sleeping really, and the weather's really nice now too. Fall is awesome in Ohio, best time of the year. So, but anyways, guys, it's all over with. So now we can get back to motorcycle content. I got some motor vlogs coming up. By the way, that the owner of that property, which he took me around on his golf cart, he told me about a story about his friend. They had a real effed up day that I want to share with you guys that can possibly help keep you from having an effed up day. I'm going to share that video with you and go over it in a motor vlog in the future, so stay tuned for that. And I got some other motor vlogs as well that I haven't even edited, but appreciate all you guys for watching and putting in your input, guys. That was really awesome, because you guys helped me out, because I threatened to report that agent to the board of realtors. One of you viewers told me to do that, and they said, watch, they'll change their tune, you know, because the owner did threaten to sue me to force me to buy that place, that property, by the way. That's why I had to offer that $1,000 to him to help me get out of the contract. But honestly, I didn't have to really offer anything. But, well, hopefully you guys learn from my mistakes, and so that's a good thing about this, and it helped me too. But anyways, guys, leave a comment below and let's talk about it, man. It's been awesome talking with you guys in the comments. Like I said, I've learned a lot from you guys, especially you guys that already have knowledge and experience with living out in the country and what to look out for and stay away from. So that it's been really awesome chatting with you guys. But anyways, guys, leave a comment below. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to subscribe to my All-in-One Motorcycle channel and check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto. Deuces. Thumbs up. Check out my playlist for new riders and popular videos. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and check out my other channel, Bug Out Moto, where I customize a van for my motorcycle so I can live in my van with my motorcycle and travel across the country anywhere. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bug Out Moto.